Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, just depending on where the heck you're at and when you're watching the channel. I want to welcome you out here to the shop. Actually, the temperatures finally got down below 80 degrees. Wind's blowing pretty good, so hopefully that wind's not affecting the microphone out here. Got all the garage doors open, checking out what's going on outside, doing a little bit of work inside the shop. Going to show you a couple things we've got planned to be doing in the next couple of weeks. Just FYI, Tam will probably be telling you soon anyway. My birthday's coming up next week. Actually, this week when you're probably watching the video. And we're going to go over to Vegas for a few days, 3 days probably. And probably not going to shoot any videos while we're over there. Just going to sit back, kind of enjoy life a little bit. All the excitement that's been going on, kind of regroup. And we've got a lot of exciting new things that's going to be happening to our channel. We're going to talk about a little bit of that today. Let me check you around and show you the shop. I don't have to complain about anybody out here mowing grass because we're all out here in the rocks. We don't have a whole lot of people home. This is, I guess it's about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I think. I don't know. But I mean, most of the people are, we got a guy over here, he's gone to work. Gentleman over there, we don't see him too often. We got Pastor Pete across the street. We mainly only see him on Sundays when he's out and about. Haven't seen him in a while. So let's take a look around in the shop. Got a few things going on. Can't already see me very well. Few things going on that we're going to talk about that we're going to have planned here, and I'll show you a little bit of the work that I do. I don't know if it'll show up on this video, depending on how long I have to talk to you and see how it all turns out. My new refrigerator that we bought last year, it kind of screwed up. It doesn't work. We came home and everything, my ice melted and don't know what's wrong with it. Plugged it in and out, light comes on inside, but it doesn't work. So we're trying to find the receipt to see if we can get it fixed and get somebody out here to take care of it. It was a retro refrigerator, thought it was really cool. We got a great price, kind of got a 75% off probably is when we got it. But it was brand new, came from TAM'S, so we're going to see what we can do to get that taken care of. Shop's still kind of a mess. I still need to do a little bit of cleaning here. You can see out here where all the dust has been blowing in from all the wind that we have out here. We have a lot of wind out here. So here's the 3 ATVs we're going to be working on this week. I need to pull, it looks like the carburetors have gone bad. I ran them dry, I turned off the gas lines, but when I came back, put new gas in it, they wouldn't run. That one there, you can see the can of ether on there. Got it running with the ether, so I know that, it's running all right, but there's something wrong with the carburetor. Well, I found out on Amazon, but I have to measure it with a micrometer there to, I probably said the wrong gauge. It could be a caliper gauge, I don't know what it, but I had to get it in metric because that's what they all do because these two are Chinese. I also found one for the Polaris. I haven't really even tried to start that one. That one ran, it had a hand choke and everything, so it seemed to run good. All these ran last year. Don't know what happened to them. So those we're going to try to get fixed up this year in the next week or so because I want to try to get rid of them. Out here as the weather cools down, everybody's going to want to buy them. Get the kids, the grandkids. That one's pretty fast. I want to run about 50 miles an hour. These here run about 30. So, but you're supposed to have somebody under 100 pounds, 125 or something like that supposed to run that one. That one, you can put 2 people on it. Not made for 2 people, but 2 people will work on it. So what else we got going on? Motorcycle, there's my bike. It's all charged up. We've been using the tender. I don't leave my tender on all the time. If I'm not riding a bike, I put it on about once a month, let it run for a couple days, get it charged up, and then hook it. I just don't like to leave tenders on all the time. I have seen in the past, I do know a couple people, not couple, one, and I've known a couple I've seen on YouTube that batteries have caught on fire. They've overheated. So we'll leave it at that. So that's my thought on that. There's TAM'S bike. That one I definitely have. We have the battery still disconnected from bringing it back from Sturgis. So I'm not really having fooled with that. That was a brand new battery. So I'll put a charger on here real soon. We don't know when the next time we're going to go out and do some riding. We just got so much stuff to do. So my truck's in here because trying to save the mileage on it. So we put it away for the, I still take it in and out. We run it a little bit. Don't know when the next time we'll take it out on a run. When we go to Vegas, we're going to take the little Ranger that we have up there. It's getting about 27 miles a gallon, so that's kind of good. So we'll show you a little bit more of the shop. Here's the Mustang. We're going to be needing to put a window regulator in it. It's power windows, but ended up what happened is sat in the garage at the house, and I went to roll the window up, and it wouldn't go up. So I've ordered a new window regulator. It's over there next to my toolbox, that brown box. So I went ahead and ordered a regulator, but when I was looking at YouTube, just to remember, I changed this window probably, I don't know, 10 years ago. This is a 2002. We bought it new. got 136,000 miles on it. It really isn't worth anything, but this car has been pretty much in the garage most of its life. It's got a paint chip that came off the front, but the window regulator. So just checking YouTube out to see which one. Check a video just to remember how to take it out again. And one thing I seen like 3 videos that said, hey, sometimes the motor just jams. Put your finger on the button, the up button for the window, slam the door a couple times. Second time I did it, the window went up. So right now I'm going to put it off because there's a lot of things we need to do. And so we got new tires for it. Because that was the easy reason I wanted to get the window. And they were talking rain here. It didn't end up raining. But I bought some inexpensive tires, which is still over $500. But put some tires on it. I want to start driving it a little bit. It's been sitting a lot. It's got a little bit of an oil leak. But it only leaks mainly when it's sitting. I've kind of looked around. I'm afraid the main might be leaking a little bit. I got to get a rack to get it up in the air. Don't have one of those yet. So that's something we need to do, get taken care of. I gotta get the oil changed. We have a place down here that if you bring your own oil and everything, filter, they only charge you $20. So we've been doing that with the vehicles that are out of warranty. So we'll probably take it down there maybe this week and have that done maybe before we go to Vegas or maybe afterwards. So let's check you around, show you a little bit what's going on in the shop. I still need to do some real cleaning here. My somewhat workbench is a disaster here. It's kind of collected it all. Got an air conditioner we picked up a couple years ago. Thought my air conditioner was going bad. And the place we actually bought our RV from, Matt's RV out there in South Dakota, he had some he took off and he ended up just giving me one when we thought that was the problem, but ended up it wasn't the problem. So I got this little bend from Harbor Freight when it was on sale. I think it was like $90. It's on both sides. So I've been putting a lot of stuff on there, screws and things like that to kind of get it all together. I got to finish hanging up the rest of my straps, ratcheting straps. I've been kind of hanging them up on the wall, kind of keeps them out of the way. We got all of our cameras installed all around the garage. That's my toolbox. It's pretty full with tools and stuff. I'm going to reorganize it a little bit. I got these, they were on sale at Harbor Freight. For putting sockets and stuff on. So I want to be able to do that, but I have to figure out what drawer I'm going to put them in. I got all my wrenches and stuff. Most of the stuff here I bought is new. I have a whole nother toolbox at home that I've always used for the tools at home. So just a lot of little miscellaneous things. One of the cool things here that I liked was they got a charger system inside. You can plug all your chargers in because almost everybody uses cordless now. And a place to keep all my guns. So I like that. I was thinking about getting a top box, but I don't know. So put some of our banners up and flags. There's a new Sturgis one from this year. I don't have a place to put that yet. I'm probably going to hang it from the rafters up there. I don't know if you can see that or not, the rafter up there. I was going to get some shelving, but when I measured it, it's 14 feet wide. It won't fit here. To put all the canned goods and stuff like that, so you don't have all that junk sitting around. There's a chopper. We got to pull the cylinders off of that. Why, you say? Because it's got too much compression, and I need compression relief valves put in it. Some people say you can just drill it. I'm just always afraid of the filings and stuff. Dark Horse said they would work it and take care of me on that, so we got to call them before I take it apart, just double check they're going to take care of it, so I don't have to find a machine shop or something to do it for me. So, got to do all that. We're going to show you a little bit of that in that video. That'll probably be in the next couple of weeks. There's TAM'S bike we took when we go camping and stuff. And there's a golf cart. Still got it running around. Everybody's looking for a golf cart. Might be interested in selling it. Got my tool cart there. That's it's kind of the right now it's a tool cart that's used for drywalling and wood. Anything that isn't to do with mechanical is on here. You can just see all the mess of stuff that's on there. The bathroom we don't have totally done yet. Got to finish the shower. A little bit of an echo in here. Echo, echo, echo. Got an exhaust fan. It works. Such works. Got a toilet. It's working. Medicine cabinet. It's air conditioned and heated in here. I just put a petition door here. We still got to finish all the drywall. Got my water softener. This was actually the one at home. It was kind of screwing up. So I thought, you know what the hell? Just bring it down here. Don't need that much water softened. Got a tankless water heater I installed. Ran all the lines. Look at all that mess. I don't have a light in here yet. Got to do that too. It's going to be a little closet. I'm going to put a little door or some shelves in. I'm not going to put a door on. I'm just going to put some shelves on it. Still got to finish the drywall. I am not a drywall guy, so don't criticize what I've done. Here's all different banners and stuff that we've hung up. Floor needs to be swept. We haven't done any real cleaning. TAM'S pretty much got the trailer all done. It's looking pretty good inside. Got all of our banners. So if you haven't watched my channel before, our building is a 50 by 60 steel building. It was built by Arizona Steel. Typically, we don't really show you much of the inside of the studio. There's my lift for working on the motorcycles. And if we get our veteran thing going here, hopefully soon, that'll happen. So there's a bunch of different stuff. I have parts washer over there. I got some of my woodworking stuff still over there, table saw. There's some lighting from when we do lives and different things like that. I got a little compressor over here. Got my generator, got a MIG welder, got an arc welder. Got a barbecue, never used it. Probably gonna take it back home. I got my chop saw there, table and all that. So there's just a bunch of stuff there. I got a swamp cooler down at the end. So let's go inside and we'll take a look at the studio that we have. Take my sunglasses off because we're going to go inside the shop here. Inside the studio, that is. Let's go inside and take a look around. So I still need to do some cleaning around. You can see the floor is kind of dirty down here. So that's the bar that we bought at the auction last year at the Mecum auction. Got a few things here still. Can't tell you what that is over there yet. Just kind of show you around. We had a barn door on here first, but for some reason I could never get it level, and I don't really know why. I could level it from the top, but the doors never came together. Of course, it was all made in China, so there wasn't a whole lot you could do with it. So we brought a couch down here because you never know when people might come down and come visit us, things like that. It actually folds out to a bed. So we got all of our stickers and all kinds of neat stuff that we put on here. So I'm not going to go through all of them and see, but you're probably going to see some of your friends, some people that you may know, some businesses that you may have hit along the way. And I just kind of want to put a little bit of this up here. Got our first patch from Las Vegas. One of the police officers gave it to us. I think it was out in Sturgis. He gave us that. Or it could have been Daytona. I'm not sure. But pretty cool. Got all that up. I've got them all stick up. I'm almost out of room. Got a lot of the signs and stuff, banners and posters and stuff we got. I like to get them framed. Actually go down here to Hobby Lobby. They give you a pretty decent price for having that done. This is the picture that I had taken. I took this when we were in Milwaukee a year ago. It's actually sitting in front of the old factory. Harley-Davidson still owns this. A lot of people say that they don't own it anymore. They still own it. Actually, if you look back here in the back, there's trucks that are Harley-Davidson trucks there. So, what's a shop without having Elvis? And we got the Easy Rider bikes there. Got to have those too. So just got some pictures that I kind of picked up and things like that. On this side here, this is a Scott Jacobs rendition he did a couple years ago. He does a lot of photos and stuff for Harley-Davidson. And so I picked that up, I think about 2 years ago. So I got some of my challenge coins that I've been given off and on. Some of the police chiefs have given to us. Some of our subscribers have given me different ones. We also got my poker chip collection that we started. Kind of just started that the last couple years. Don't know if I've saved all of them or not, but the ones that we could find, we've put up in there now. And there's also some weird ones that have oddball sizes, and that's in the bottom of the cabinet. I got a bunch of our Sturgis Buffalo chip posters that they had over the last few years. I got 1, 2, 3. I got them all up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 of them over the last, I don't know, that's 2023. That's 2022. This one is 21. This one is, I don't see a year. There it is, 2020. And this one's 2024. So I guess we got it from was that 2019? I don't have the 2019 one. For some reason, when we went to 2019, we never picked one up. So that's the main years that we've been doing YouTube. So we've been kind of collecting those the last few years. Got some of these gas tanks and stuff. They actually were at Black Hills Harley a couple years ago. They had them like 50% off. So we ordered a couple and brought them home. There's Tam that when we was up in Milwaukee last year, she got to get a picture with Willie G. So that's kind of cool. Some of these signs here I actually bought at the auction too, down at Mecum. They're actually original signs. They're porcelain, this one and this one. So I bought those. These other ones are ones we picked up. We got this in Sturgis. I think the liquor store sells them off and on, giving you a secret that you don't know about. I think this one here we bought this year. They were older ones. This one I got in 83rd. So we got that last year. I guess I didn't get one this year. I got the banner out there. The Indian sign we actually picked up at Hobby Lobby. So some of my other posters and stuff that I had done. Here's some of the Legends ride. I don't know if I have on it. So it might be some on the other side too. 2023, 2021. We actually rode the 2021 one. 2023 we didn't do, but we did get it signed by the guy here. He's in TV show. I don't know which one, but he signed it and all that. Here's some pictures that I took from the great motorcycle group. They're not a club. They're not a motorcycle club. They're more an organization, I guess. And they're called the Hamsters. They're so cool. You can't buy anything that has their names on it. So whenever I got the chance, I took a bunch of pictures of some of the back of their bikes and things like that to make my wall. You know, here's poor Frank. He passed away this year. We actually saw him a couple years ago, actually, probably 10 or 15 years ago, in Sturgis. We met him. And he was there. They were the time that they did that one where they brought the Indian bike there and they sold it. Actually, the Pawn Stars were there and they brought up a thing out. We never kept the Pawn Stars that time, but we have in the past. So it was kind of cool. I had this poster. I got it from JP Cycles when they were closing up the National Museum that they had up there in Wisconsin. So they had it there, so I picked it up. Some other things here. Here's a couple Sturgis. I got this from the auction, I think, a few years ago from the Buffalo Chip when they have the breakfast, the Bike Builders Breakfast. For the kids. Here's all my pin collection. I took them all off my vest and stuff. I don't really wear a cut anymore. I did, but I don't know. Here's something I just got this year, and I just finally got it hung up because we wanted to get it really good. It's in glass. It's a really good poster, but it was also done by Scott Jacobs, I think. Yeah, Scott Jacobs did this one too. And he did this. These are two flat track racers. And what he did is they've never actually raced each other, but one of them is the older gentleman that has like 5 world records. And this gentleman on the right is a younger kid, and he's like one away. So if he wins this year, he'll be caught up with the guy that's been doing it forever. And I'm not good with names, so I can't really tell you all that. So there's our pins and stuff, so I said that already. So take a look around. We've kind of doing a little bit different here. So that's our brick wall, which is actually just a backdrop. Some of you will see it flopping around during videos, and so we've decided, because I've actually got a bison head that I bought this year in Sturgis. And when we get around here, I have no place to hang it. I wanted to take it at home and hang it over the fireplace, but Tam says no. So we're going to take that down, and behind that is a green screen. So I thought, that'd be a great way to do my green screen. I wouldn't have to put it up all the time. Well, we end up now have a great one at home, which I'm going to buy one down here. It's like a movie screen. It's inside on the floor, and you can pull it up. Push it down when you don't need it. So this would be great. I could set it there and just leave it all the time. Pull it up when we need it, and then I can have other stuff to hang on the walls and stuff back here. So we're doing stuff with the lighting. Cam wants to do more like which is what we're going to talk about now. We're going to do more of what we call a podcast design lives. And a lot of people are going to this. One of the reasons is you want to get better quality sound. So I've got a mixer coming. It's going to have some sound effects in it. So we got these new chairs. I stooped low and we went through Timo and got them from them. They were $75 a piece. I could not go wrong with them. I've got a chair at home that you might have seen in some of the videos that I use for editing. I had it when I was a union president. It's a St. Louis Cardinal chair. It wasn't very long after I had it, a couple years, and it just started. All the material came off, the cylinder went out, and I paid like $250 for that thing. So I wasn't going to do that again. So I found that. We originally had these 2 bar stools that you see behind us, but to have a display behind us, we have to sit down lower. So those chairs ended up not working, so they're just sitting there. We got those used, got a great deal on them. I had bought these stools here, which are actually from Harbor Freight. They had them on sale. So we bought these, and we were kind of going to do that, but they were very uncomfortable. Tam didn't care for those. So we got a whole bunch of cool stuff coming. Probably by next weekend, if all goes well, when we do our live on Sunday, you'll be able to see the podcast style. We're going to go with higher quality microphones, a whole bunch of neat stuff. So hopefully that'll take us to a little bit better level to where we can do more, just sound a little bit more professional, do just a little bit better job. So we're going to look at, so this is kind of looking at here would be the studio. So the podcast would be shot from here, which is what we've been doing all along. But as you see, we've lowered the table back down now. We've got the different chairs. backdrop, things like that. So on this side of the wall, I got my TV. And which that ended up not working like we wanted to do. My original thought was we would move this table around all the time in front of different walls. So it's kind of like the Gas Monkey does. You know, when he does his live, he's got that TV in the background at an angle, and he has slides and stuff going on. Well, I got a lot of pictures that I found now from updating my hard drives that we've got from years of doing this. And that would be really cool to show a lot of stuff from the rallies we've done these last 4 years. Got thousands of pictures. So we were going to do that, but we didn't now, so we did it. But we were going to move the table around to all the different positions that we had. So if you look, I've got pipes up here that I installed that we could hang down the backdrops that we bought. I got a whole bunch of different backdrops that we can put up behind us to show, you know, different scenes and things like that. So you can see different stuff, just like sitting behind the bar here, you know, to be able to do a live from there, which we may still do that. But mainly we're going to be doing our podcast from here. We're also going to have another setup at home, which will have the green screen behind us, so you really won't know we're at home all the time. So Tam's picking out the table now. So got the TV, got some great banners and stuff here. Willie's at Tropical Tattoo. He just had his show last Thursday for the fall rally. He just does such a great job. If you ever have a chance to go to Daytona for any of the bike weeks, for the Bike Fest, Biketoberfest, or going for Daytona Bike Week, definitely put on Thursday. You have to go to Tropical Tattoo Chopper Time Show. It is the best bike show anywhere in the world. And what makes it so special is you see so many of the vintage bikes, the choppers. 99% of these people ride the bikes in. That's what makes it so cool. So what else we got on here? So we got a lot of stuff on here from them, Chopper Time. I got a couple banners, little flyers that came from the smoke out. Now, we've never made it to the smoke out yet, but at some of the venues that we've been, they've been giving the poster away. And they're really cool ones. It's on my list to try to do one of these days, but we'll have to see how it goes. Got a couple of Tropical Tattoo flyers that he had. There's one there and one on that side. So I got a couple of signs. This is, you know, you look at this and you're like, what the heck is this picture of? Well, when we went to the Mecum auction 2 years ago, there was a bike there that was, see, David Mann I don't think he ever rode a motorcycle, but all the bikes that he painted in his pictures were never a real bike. They were bikes that he made up in his head. Well, there's been a lot of people over the years that have built those custom bikes to do that. Well, this was one of those bikes. And what ended up happening is the gentleman that had the bike met David Mann, which has passed away. He's not around anymore. And he had him sign it. So I just thought that'd be really cool to have that. And I took a picture of it with my phone. And I decided one day, hey, you know, I'm going to go ahead and blow that up, put it on my wall, and I got a signed David Mann photo. The other thing I got over here is another cool bike that was at the same thing, but it's from... it was originally owned, Harley was originally owned by AC/DC. Brian, the singer from AC/DC, he signed the bike for the guy that had it, the last guy that had it. He took it there and had it in the auction. I don't know if I think that one sold, this one did not sell. But it didn't come back last year, so I don't know what happened. But it's just kind of cool. You know, you're never going to see something like that again. I kind of showed you all the stuff on this side. So I talked about the door. So I kind of showed you everything that we've got inside the studio now to kind of just give you an idea of what we've been doing. I'm going to sit over here by the bar. And I got that at the Mecum auction too. I think I only paid like $100 for it. And it actually works. Got a speaker wire to it. I'm not going to hook speakers up to it. So there it is. We do have a central air, our split system here that I put in. To air condition this in here. It's all insulated. We put soundboard up on the top to try to stop the echo. I put the fluorescent lights. We have all types of studio lighting, which we'll go out here and show you that we use for doing live. Here's what we set the computer on. It used to be a karaoke table you hook the monitor up to. But so I put this board on it. And we set the computer on it for right now. We may end up going with a camera, but right now that's what we've been using. Here's all the different stage lighting that we have. This is our main light that we use to put light on us. They're excellent to have. I should have bought them way before. Got some shadow boxes here. We got 2 here. There's 2 at home. They're okay, but this is better. We also got some back lights here that you can put on backdrops or light the green screen up or set the mood. Got different colors you can put in here. You can adjust the color, soft, white, light, whatever you want. Got a bunch of adjusters on the back, so that's that. Just kind of looking out here. A lot of the banners have been, we got this from the Beaver Bar in Sturgis before they went out of business. Leslie from the Beaver Bar gave me that banner, took it off the bar inside. I thought, it'd be really cool. I'd love to have that. And she said, you guys can have it. And we had to wait for a guy to take it down. And so we put it up here. I didn't have a place for it. And I thought, let's put it over here. It looks like we got a bar going on inside. So got it that. And yeah, that's kind of some of the stuff we got. There's another tool cart I bought. It was on sale. I had a lot of Craftsman tools. And so we kind of started putting some of that stuff over here. So that way, if I'm working over here, I don't necessarily always have to run over there. Some screwdrivers, pliers, a few sockets. That's about it. So there you go. There's a quick look at the shop, how we've set it up so far. In the next couple of weeks, we have a friend down the street that actually he has a steel building too, same size, and but it wasn't built by the same people. And he's got a genie lift. So I need to still mount my lighting up on the roof, not on the roof, but in the ceiling here. I've got them back here. I don't know how they're going to work out yet, but we'll see. But I want to run I got to run some electric up there. And but that's too tall to go. So he's got that genie lift. So I'm going to see if give me 2 weeks to do it, just in case of how things go. That we can bring it over here, run all the electric. I've already got all the Romax wire and all that stuff to put it together, and just got to get that done. So that's on my list of things to do while it's cool. So that way we have. But typically during the day we've got the skylights in the ceiling, and they do a great job of lighting up the shop. Still got a lot of little miscellaneous things to still do. Bad news is the air conditioner did not do what we thought it would do. It does not really keep the shop cool. Once it got over 100 degrees, it just couldn't keep up. The bathroom works good. The air conditioner, the one that's in here, it works fine. I don't know what we'll do. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. Emory HVAC said maybe we'd get another unit and put in. I really don't want to go that route. I might put some more. Guy up the street, which I got to check, Pastor Pete. He's got a smaller building, and he's got a bunch of split units he installed, and it keeps it somewhat cool. So I'm going to check him out and see what his bill is and go up there when it's hot, which we should have done that while we had 115 degrees, but I didn't do it. Still got diamond plating here, which is on the floor. I wanted to go around the rest of this. I wanted to go around the whole floor. The idea was I left it up a little bit. I left the drywall up off the floor a little bit, so that way if I hosed it down or something like that. We were going to paint the drywall. Never got around to doing anything with that yet. Don't know if I will. It's a garage. So we got a lot of cameras, got an alarm on the building. It's all rocked out front. Got some weeds. Not doing nothing with that right now. So there you go. There's a quick look at my steel building. And still got another motion detected light camera, ring camera that we got to mount on that side of the building. That's why I haven't run the electric over there. There's a wire there. So that's going to be running there. It's got some conduit up there. You can see I'm going to run down the sides and stuff. And then the Romax wire, I'm going to run the rest of the way. So I don't have to put it in conduit. Any questions about the shop? Put it down here in the comments. Like I say, I don't know how long this video ended up being. If it's long enough that I can just go ahead and put it up like it is. Or if we'll start showing you some of the work that I'm going to be doing on the ATVs. The carburetor work and stuff. Going to change those out. Definitely going to be doing that. Won't show up on this video. My chopper, we're going to get in there and get that all done, because the idea of, you might say, why? I did get it running. If you watch the video after the auction, we did get it running. I didn't ride it anywhere, but the idea is I want to take it to Willie's Chopper Time show. I want to ride it in. I don't want to trailer it in. So we're going to have it hauled in there, hauled to where we're staying at. We got a hotel that we're staying right now for for Daytona Bike Week next year. So we're going to be staying there. So we'll have it hauled there. Then I'll ride it into Willie's. And then the idea of it is it'll be for sale. So hopefully I can sell it before we leave Daytona. So if you're interested in getting a cool chopper that'll be drive worthy and be in pretty good shape, be custom built, we'll have a lot more information soon. Maybe we'll meet with the people when we go to Vegas next week, or this week when you're watching this, and be able to talk to them and get you a really good understanding of this all-girl motorcycle club that built this bad boy. So it'll be kind of neat, do all that. That's where we're at. So at that point, we're going to just finish that up, get it running, make sure there's nothing else wrong with it, ride it around a little bit, and then I'll be ready to take it to Daytona, hopefully put it in the spring show. Not looking to win anything. I just want to say that I put a motorcycle in his show. That's really all I want to do. Get Willie to come by, stand next to it, get some pictures with him, so I can put him in the shop here. Just cool. After that, I don't know what the next project will be. I was actually bidding on a bike this week from Copart. Ended up going a little more than I wanted to go for. It was a 2014 Fat Boy Low like Tam wanted. I didn't go look at it because it was all the way over in Phoenix. Wasn't going to drive over there. So I kind of put a couple bids on it. Ended up selling for, it was wrecked in the front. The wheel was busted, fender was bent, that I could see. Crash bar looked like it was damaged. So those three things wouldn't have been that much. Could have got all that on eBay. I seen for less than $1,000. Probably would have had to have the fender painted to match the bike. Had 26,000 miles on the bike. Keys, it ran. From what they're saying on this thing. But I mean, it sold for $3,400, but you got the fees to pay. You got about $1,000 worth of fees you got to pay for. You got to pay sales tax on it. And you're going to have to pay the fees for buying it. So, like I say, I wasn't really looking to put $4,500. They actually said the retail value was about $9,400 on it. I thought, for that kind of money, I could almost probably find one that's in pretty good shape that wasn't wrecked, that doesn't have a salvage title, probably for near that price. So if I would have spent $34 for it, I would have ended up paying $44 for it. Another, let's say $1,000 to put in at $5,500. I probably could have found a pretty decent one someplace and offered $5,500 cash and probably picked one up without, or even maybe a little bit more for one that's not even wrecked. It's worth more not to have a salvage title, because you got to figure if you're buying something with a salvage title, I always say it's about 50% of what it's really worth. So that bike, in the long run, if it was worth $94 retail value, it's really only worth about $4,500. So you'd have been right at that. But the idea was I was going to fix it up and there'd be another bike for Tam to ride, and we probably would have sold her Sportster that we have again. And she always wants her Fat Boy Low again. That's her favorite bike, but they're very, very hard to find, the Fat Boy Lows. She doesn't like the other one. She wants her Fat Boy Low again. So I'm going to be looking around for that, and then we'll find one sooner or later. And so there you go. I think we've probably done enough talking today that I probably will be enough for me to put this video up. So hopefully you enjoyed the tour today of the Bob and Tam's shop over here. It sits on a 1-acre lot. It's actually 1 mile from where we actually have a house at, so it's not where we live. We're going to end up putting a park model over here, I think. Get me a better... I ended up borrowing a little bit of money on the building was going to concrete it, and we ended up paying all the bills off from building the stuff that we did, spent money on the wood, the lumber, and all the different extra stuff, the wiring, and all the different stuff that I had to do. And so we have a little bit of a loan on the building that I had to pay a higher interest rate on it because it's a building by itself. So if I put a park model on here, it can end up being more of a residential setup. So I can refinance it in a couple years and get a better interest rate and easy payments on it. So there you go. You know a little bit more about what's going on. So with that, we're going to go ahead and leave you right here. Tam didn't show up today. She's not feeling real well today. She's at home. She don't know what it is. Her stomach's acting up, and we did a little shopping this morning, and then she said, I'm just going to go back and lay down. So there you go. So I came over to the shop, did a little stuff over here. I'm probably going to wrap it up today. Like I said, I just did a lot of more or less moving some stuff around, getting the studio a little bit more set up, hung some banners and some signs up in there, got that all done. And that's about it. That's about all I did. So at that, I'm going to leave you right here in the shop. And I hope you enjoyed this. And we got a lot more stuff coming up. We're actually going to be going to SEMA here in next month. And then we got the Mecum auction in January. So meanwhile, in between all that time, we'll be working here in the shop. And we are working on our 501c for our veteran bikes we're going to be giving away. And once we get that all rolling, then we'll have a lot of bikes coming through here. Talking way too much again. So with that, we'll see all you guys later. And if you like our channel, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell so you can be notified when we have the next video come out. And if you haven't been watching us in a while and it just happened to pop up, you're wondering, where the hell have you guys been? Well, that's the problem. What happens is a lot of times in this situation with YouTube is if you don't watch us on a regular basis, like once a week, they'll drop us off of you. You're still subscribed, but you may have the bell and you're not getting notified anymore. And that happens because they see that you're watching other videos. And the same thing happens to me, to people that we watch. Because Tam will do it every once in a while. Whatever happened to that guy? And I'll go look and I'm like, they're still there. Wonder why we don't get a notification anymore. Well, because we're not looking at that content anymore. We're over looking at something else. I'm looking at how to replace the window power motor in the Mustang here. So they're sending me a bunch of stuff on that. See all you guys later. Have a great day. We love all of you. Without you, we would not have a YouTube channel. We appreciate all of you and can't say enough about it all. Have a great day, and we'll see you all soon.